Jesus, the devil fucking controls this place. There's no questioning me wearing a mask. And people become afraid of me in this world. And fear just shows who you are. See, fear is not something I was programmed with. So, I've never had the displeasure of knowing what it is you guys feel. Sometimes it feels like this world's just my fucking playground. And so I don't get the same emotions. But I can tell by the programming, no matter what the playground is, that I have a mission here. I've been trying to do it for my whole life. And if I knew any better, which I think many of us who may have arrived to this page might know better, there's competing forces, people who know and understand who I am. And if you've seen, if I caught that on video at the door, that was one of the synagogue of Satan, who was the greeter, and they have become very scared of me in these times. Although they're not so scared that they think they can still play with me from a distance and try to alter the world around us and trick me into their games. And of course they control these devices and the internet and everything. And we've proven that. This isn't just me making up nonsense. But I mean, did you guys see that? I probably didn't catch it on camera because I like to keep the cameras down low and hidden, because when I hold it like up like this in people's faces, they're like, "Oh God, why are you recording me?" And then I started to brag to them about how I'm recording them all the time, so they started to notice when I had hidden camera positions. So I have to go to like really hardcore, like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything with this camera and with this computer in my hand. It's just a phone. I don't even know how to record stuff. What are you talking about? Who records stuff? Surely not me. I'm surely not documenting the events and my interactions in this world for the future to see, for the future generations to understand why what happened to this world happened to this world. Surely I'm not doing any of that." I've become like a librarian of sorts. See, people used to ask, one of the arguments against God is, how do you document everything? How is there a book of life that records everything? And yet here I am recording everything. And so we are documenting this world. We are watching what's going on. There's no doubt about that. And they were watching me long before I had cameras in my hands. So there's been other people documenting this world as well, probably for their own ill intents and purposes, and we'll take those fucking documents from them by force, because they are taking the world by force. And so now our force is justified. 2020 has ushered in them. They're revealing who they are and the extent of what they will do to this world and the extent of control. And wait until they start killing people off. Then you guys will really understand. Like this, forcing people to wear a mask to suffocate them, that's like nothing compared to what they're about to do to cleanse the fucking Gentiles and shit. It's nothing. Like, that's just the beginning. They're limiting your ability. Like, you're not going to be able to run. If you're wearing a mask all the time, that's bullshit. Fucking wearing a mask during your athletics. You can see during my videos, all my athletics were decreased significantly every time I wore a mask. I had to take the mask off within 15 minutes. I was tired in 15 minutes. Me tired in 15 minutes of fucking continuous hardcore athleticism? I don't think so, dude. You know, when I'm at my training center, we're world-renowned training center. You know, Olympic medalists go there, and Was that Olympic medals? It was championship medalists. Let's leave it at that. I believe, yeah. I read one and went to the Olympics. Sometimes things get confusing in the fucking halls of knowledge. But we train with the advanced people in Muay Thai. When I train with the advanced people, I wear them all out. They might like be a little bit more inclined to their tactics, and like I'm unfortunately like switching to my tactics, and like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that, which would like, probably put down their tactics. But and also I'm like not aggressive, but I easily out stamina them. Like I'm not even beginning to get tired. Like I've been training for 4 hours before I go to the gym, and I tire them out in like 5 minutes, and I'm not even like begun really. Like my strength develops after like 15 minutes or something of like hardcore action, and I got to get used to the events. So like I can assure you that the masks are a bad thing and they're suffocating humans, but what they're bringing forth is a lot different than and if you can ever imagine, I've been interrogating most of you for a long time, whether you know that or not. No one knows that. No one understands until I spit in their face and start pushing them around about it. And of course I don't do that to most of you. I'm not interrogating you guys because you're all evil. I'm interrogating people to understand their ways, their methods, and their intent. I'm after intent. I want intent. I don't want you to be evil. I don't care if you act evil. I don't care if you act kind, really. I mean, I would like that someday, but apparently I'll never get that again. I'm after intent. I'm searching people's souls for who they are and what they do, and this explains. And so I'll spit in the face of people who are fucking like trying to derail me and like causing problems and shit. Like probably most of you know, I've just fucked around with a lot of you. Unfortunately, in my hunt for intent, I have to break all the psychological conditioning rules. I have to break the rules of psychology. I understand that everyone fucking hates me because what I've done, because I purposely ask questions and I purposely provoke things that make people hate me. I don't do it for the hate. I do it to find intent. I do it to find reaction and how people act and how people will later act to such an event and people's true intent. Like I say, it just boils back down to intent. What is the intent? And my intent really is to see it that fucking people live free and they get to live in a peaceful society where there is no enslavement, where there is no law. There's no law needed because the people can govern themselves and their own actions. And that seems like that anarchy, like Jesus was an anarchist, right? And all that stuff. Satan's an anarchist and all this stuff. But in reality, like the people maintain themselves, and there's levers of control are like taken over by people shifting things in a diabolical direction. So I'm here to expose that stuff, and of course, like I haven't uploaded anything in comparison to what I've had, anything, and they've probably destroyed a lot of my knowledge too. But like the knowledge I'm saving here on record is for other people to see in the future. The rest of the knowledge is up here. No one has to believe anything that I don't have proof of. But as you can see from the start of the video, if you can see that, like I said, I keep the video down. Almost every time I enter one of these stores recently, one of the people commanding people to put on masks is of this superior bloodline. They're so much smarter than us. They're so much better than us. It's not like I've ever met a white person or a black person who works 2-3 jobs. I mean, I'm not sure if I've ever met one of them who works 2-3 jobs, to be honest. I mean, there might be some athletes or something. That's rare. Those have popped up recently. And to be honest, when you have people like Joe Weider mentoring Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, that's not hard work. Like, maybe Schwarzenegger worked hard, but Weider taught him to use drugs to enhance himself. And I must stand down from such an argument, because I have partaken in everything in this world to some extent, just to understand it. Like, I can't tell you all the knowledge I know unless I feel it. I can't tell you the things going on, but the greeter at the door was one of them. And this time they didn't tell me to put on a mask, and often they don't. And I think at this point, you know, sometimes the fear everyone projects towards me makes me feel like I'm a bad person, and I must have done something really bad for all these people to be signaled this way. But then I realize I'm in a nation of demons. I am in the middle of the fucking fire here, and I always put myself in the middle of the fire because I was like fucking born that way. That's pretty much seems to be the only talent I have. And if you exclude the other fucking 100 talents. But no, I try to focus on the talents I have and put them to use in this path I've been shown and walked down. And I'm in like a nation of demons. These people have fallen so fucking far. And I don't know, maybe I was born the most fucking fallen. But they've definitely infected me with their fallenness to a large extent. And so I could see how it spreads to everyone, and then everyone becomes a demon. You see, like, these old people, like where are these nice old ladies or nice old men anymore? They rarely exist. You see a lot of people with a lot of bad attitudes. All those good people were like raptured. Like, grandma died a long time ago. She had a real fucking attitude problem because she was fucking teaching real discipline and all this shit. These people aren't fucking having an attitude problem because they've dealt with fucking scumbags their whole life. They're just like, they're not grateful for the shit they have. They're not grateful for all these fucking blessings. They follow the word of it. Every one of these fucking deceivers out here, whatever the TV is telling people, you know, put on a mask. There's a fucking plague out there. Or there's not a plague. Oh, the government loves you, and the government doesn't love you. Oh, you know, the left wing fucking hates the government, hates America, and then the left wing's out here telling me to get out of America if I don't like it. Look, scumbags, like, if I don't like America, I should fucking be here, because that's my job, is to fucking fix shit. And I'm going to fix this shit, and you don't really need me to fix it because it's fixing itself. It's being fixed by a power greater than me. I'm just here to fucking monitor and maintain the situation and fucking see to it that it comes through as it's supposed to. You'll fucking see what exactly I have to do to that extent. But this mask bullshit, man, like, fucking start striking fear into the hearts of these fucking demons. Let's stop fucking cowering to them. Let's fucking stand up to them all for once. Let's fucking stand up to these fucking people. Let's tell them no. Let's stand up to the fucking, you know, these deceivers leading the nation. These deceivers fucking acting like they're combating the shadow government, which the shadow government is just fucking another arm of the regular government as far as I can see, and it's been that way for like at least 2,000 years. I'm assuming, I mean, it's hard to follow their bullshit, but 2,000 years ago they created a story to fucking show you that there's a difference between one arm of the fucking society and the other, and they really fucking use that story to fucking just conquer fucking every nation they could. Europe and South America and North America and Australia and Antarctica. And they've tried to force it into China. And China's like, no, we're just not going to allow your religions in our fucking nation because The Chinese are fucking smart enough to see that these things are being used to fucking conquer people, and it's just fucking soft kill propaganda. But we'll see what happens. Soon shit's gonna get really out of hand. They're not doing all this for nothing. They're not fucking sitting around fucking trying to kill off people and fucking deceive them at such a rapid rate because tomorrow they're going to sing Kumbaya to the fucking world and be like, oh, we are sorry, we were bad people. Here, everyone have a free cookie. Hope the cookie makes it feels better. How many of you fucking think that's the reality? Probably everyone fucking wearing a mask thinks tomorrow the government's going to hand out a free fucking cookie. They're going to hand out a free fucking check. You're going to be like, ooh, my $1,000 check has arrived. The government loves me. Like, let me just go fucking lock myself inside and suffocate myself for another 3 fucking months until they issue me another check. And then the government keeps saying, and all these mask wearers, they're like, oh, the lockdown's only going to last 3 days. We're not taking your rights away. We're just protecting you. And then 3 days later, they're like, oh, well, we need 3 months for a lockdown. You know, we need 30 days for a lockdown. And then they lock down the fucking situation for 30 days. And then everyone's like, oh, but we're going to let you be free after that. And all the mask wearers, they're like, oh, well, we'll let you be free after 30 days. And then after 30 days, they're like, well, you know, 30 days wasn't enough. It's so much worse now. We're going to have to lock you down for fucking 90 days. But we promise you'll be free after that. And now we're like almost at the end of the fucking year. The Empire has been fucking shown to be a total fucking pedophile terrorist organization to the entire world. The blinders are off. The blinders are off. All those acting blind now are fucking the willful, deceitful. These fucking mask wearers, they're fucking cowards. They're the people who have been ruling the empire behind the scenes with their fucking passive aggressive manipulation. This is how the world is ran on this fucking unseen level before the gods. The people have taken the control from the fucking nature and from the fucking creator's design. This empire has been fucking ruling. This empire and the shadow empire working together has been fucking creed, manipulation, passive aggression to subvert the minds of everyone. That's what the Roman Empire did. It killed off fucking its neighbors, and then it took their children and it said, well, your fucking children, your parents were fucking devils and they refused to worship Jesus, so we had to kill them. But you can accept Jesus and Buddha in your heart at the same time with this new Greek religion we made up for you. It's a mixture of your religion and our religion. And if you're just good and accept it, then you can be part of our empire, aka be a slave and work and toil the land we just fucking stole from you. That was your land, but now it's our land. And then, if you don't do what we say, we'll kill you because you're the fucking devil. So, that's all they're doing. That's all the mask wearers are doing. It's doing what they've done for 6,000 years. They're fucking using passive aggression to fucking kill and fucking rape the world and enslave it. They're at their final steps and we're defeating them and we're destroying their system. And we're about to get completely rid of these people for the most part because of the actions they've decided to take against our actions to drop their empire to a fucking small colony. So think about that. Look at all these people doing this. They're weak, they're cowards. They've been using passive aggressive manipulation to control the minds of the world. And just fucking stand up to them. Start standing up to them. Start telling them to fuck off. Be like, not today, Satan, when they tell you to wear a mask. When they look at you all evil, fucking tell them that God's coming for them. Fucking start recording them and be like, this is going in the book of life, bitch. And they get fucking scared because they are not fucking warriors. They are not soldiers. They are not fucking standing in the truth. They are not fucking disciplined. They are not strong. They have fucking soldiers at their disposal who are fucking strong. No doubt about that. Been taking fucking steroids and human growth hormones to grow into fucking tremendous beasts for who knows how many hundreds and thousands of years. They've hidden these elixirs that we now call steroids and human growth hormones. But they're not fucking strong. They're fucking weak. They're cowards. And that's what this whole deception is relying upon, is them just fucking acting like they're strong and what they say is so important when they're just fucking cowards. And if you just stand up to them, their system would fall. And if we just stand up to them, their system will fall fucking a lot smoother than what happens when everyone bows down. Because everyone who bows down is going to fucking get slaughtered by them. They're going to kill you guys off because you're going to be, two-sided. You're going to be like stuck between, oh shit, I've been deceived by these people and maybe I should fucking work for someone else now. And, well, I've been working for these people so long, I should keep working for them because what else? I've already made the decision. And if we stand up to them, we keep a lot of our numbers intact. And if we fucking bow down and let them slice our heads off fucking willingly, then we lose a lot of our numbers. And that's what they're doing with the pitting everyone against one another, is they want everyone to kill each other off to reduce their fucking numbers. They want to suffocate everyone to reduce their numbers because they understand that at the end of the day, their slaves are still people who are willing to break out of the system. This happens every time the empire goes. It's the way we created the system. It's the way the world flows. The slaves turn against the system. So they try to start killing the slaves off. They've worked at this for so long. They understand the levers of the system and the energy we've allowed them to see thus far, which we have not allowed them to see everything. They are blind. They claim to be the children of God, but they are blind in so many ways. They are blind. We show them these material tricks and they buy right into it. Like, for a while I was blaming them for creating this material bullshit. But I think it's like a system we created to like make them think they're smart when they're really not. And then they're going to be like, oh, look, we got control of everything. We control all the technology and we control science. We are everything. We figured it all out. And at the end of the day, their technology is a square system, and our elemental design is a flowing system. I'm not sure how much more I should fucking speak on the matter. And they're conflicting systems, and one is below the other. The technology is below the spiritual. And they haven't figured it all out, but they think they have. So they're making their last stand, thinking that they've conquered, 90% of the world, that they can go further with this colonization of Earth. And that's not the case. It was set up for them to lose from the start. And people supposedly have free will, and you can decide whose side you're on in these times. You can decide if you're, for the government who's been terrorizing everyone, or the lying scumbag shadow government who controls the media and stuff like that. You can decide whether you believe in them, or you can decide whether you believe what you see with your own eyes and what you're being told. And I'm quite sure, maybe I'm the only one, maybe because I'm part of the bloodline, I have the connection with the higher powers. But I'm quite sure that if they talk to me so often that they show you guys and talk to you too, you're just probably ignoring everything. And be very careful, because they talk to you too. The other people have entered the hive mind. Maybe it's through hybrids. Maybe I'm one of the hybrids. Maybe they use people like me to conduct, brain scans of the hive mind. But there's an opposing force out there. It's not all a completely evil world. And it's time to fucking really wake up. And I hate that word because I'm assuming the people who told us to wake up are not good people. They are infiltrators of the hive mind. They are people who are working for the government or the shadow government. Either way they want to put it, they seem to be working together. At the end of the day, maybe I'm just a crazy person. They lock me up, they kill me. You're rid of the crazy fucking person. Good. Fucking society is saved. But at the end of the day, I'm not fucking... Am I all these other people? Am I them? And I'm like, it's time to put on a mask and look fucking stupid and fucking enslave people. Let's look at the world around us. What's really going on right now? What's really going on? What are they doing? Who's really fucking being honest about what's going on in this world? Is it Alex Jones? Is it the truther? They got a little bit of truth for you. And how many of these people right now who popped up as the new truther, just like I showed before in my documentary on the deception, the web of deception, and how they'll create a new layer like liberal, libertarian, fucking alt-right, alt-light, fucking Trumper. And it's like all the same group, they just have a different name, and everyone's like magically, they're brainwashed overnight into thinking this is a new and great group. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing over and over. It's just a web of deception. They're these new groups. Many of them are now like being like, oh my God, I can't believe Trump is doing this. It's like, what do you mean you can't believe Trump is doing this? You've been worshiping forever, claiming you're so superior. You have this great knowledge you're giving these people, and you fully understand what you're doing. So you're just deceiving them all along. You know, like, oh, Trump's so great. And like, it doesn't matter. No one's going to fucking hear that because it's like isolated news sources and it's not the mainstream programming and shit. And so everyone's going to keep worshiping fucking Trump, and they were all part of the fucking deception. They're like, oh, Trump's going to force the military. I'm showing people the video where Trump's like talking about forcing vaccines on people using the military's tremendous force. And Trumpers are like, no, he's not. He's never said that. It's like, why would you say he's never said that? Like, did you look it up? No, you didn't look it up because you wouldn't say he never said that because he said that in a press conference. And it's on the fucking web. So, man, I feel bad when I'm doing these documentaries because people are fucking always staring at me and shit. And it's like, as far as I know, these people are all the fucking demons of this world. And let's be honest, I'm in USA. I'm in the demon fucking hideout of the world. This is where the battle ends. And this is where the battle began. That's the only thing really keeping me here is because I feel like it's my job to fucking end the battle here. And if I run away, then I'm running away. But start standing up to these people. Tell them God told you. Fuck their satanic fucking mask wearing. Tell them that you're not going to let them suffocate and kill you. And tell them to stop murdering other people. Just stand up, fucking put your chest out, pull your shoulders back, and fucking walk on by them. And if they say anything about wearing the mask, tell them, I'm going to fucking charge you with murder when these people start dropping from fucking respiratory problems. Because it's not COVID killing people, it's fucking murderers making people wear masks and shit. So let's see who can fucking stand up to these demons. And then we can get a real fucking army going. Like, I've been trying for 10 years to get a fucking battalion going against these people. Against these fucking demons who run this place. No one wants to fucking join it. How many want to join it now in 2020? Looks like a fucking promising offer, doesn't it? Been saying for 10 years I'm the fucking leader of this revolution. Fucking, who even knows me besides them? They're like 50% of the people on my Facebook. They're like 90% of the people on my dating apps, but they're 1% of the population who even fucking gets this message. And I've got to forgive everyone, understanding that no one is getting this fucking message.